there we go. It's magical. Hey. So, good morning. My name is Tamara Fontaine Hardy. Welcome to the Marigold site. We are so excited that you all are here with us. I am the director of the Neighborhood Services and Economic Development Divisions at the City of Detroit in the Housing and Revitalization Department. I would like to welcome and thank you for joining us on this exciting day as we announce and celebrate the second round of 45 recipients of our Neighborhood Beautification Program. Yes, that's worthy of an applause. So earlier this year, we opened up our second round of applications for block clubs, nonprofit organizations, neighborhood associations to apply for up to between $500 to $15,000 from the city that can be used to beautify their communities and make Detroit a more beautiful place to live. These grants, as you know, can be used for cleanup activities, putting in community gardens, creating public space activities like pocket parks like you see here today, and adding beautiful art installations like murals. These 45 recipients represent block clubs, neighborhood associations, faith-based ministries, and nonprofit organizations in every city council district. This is a program that is making a difference in neighborhoods across our city. And it's also one way that the city is helping those groups to help turn blight into beauty. And isn't this beautiful? Yes, it is. Even the bees. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce the Honorable Mayor of Detroit, Mike Duggan.
All right. Well, thank you, Tamara. When I ran for mayor, I had this plan that said every neighborhood has a future. And it started on this block in Kentucky. This is the very first block. If we were standing here in 2014, there was burned out houses on both sides of the street. Anybody remember what that was like? I mean, it was, if anybody was in the houses, they were up to no good, right? And those burned out houses had just started to spread to Indiana. And I said, if we don't act now, it's going to spread to Wisconsin and Ohio and all the beautiful homes in Marygrove. And so we didn't just demolish here. This was the area where we started selling the houses the city owned to people to fix them up. This is the area we started to sue the private owners who had abandoned their houses. And we put all of our energies here. And I still, whenever I'm out here, drive down the other streets to see, we stopped the blight. Those houses over on Wisconsin, Ohio, and the other streets over there, they're beautiful. Okay, we still got a handful of vacant ones we got to get through. But then comes the next question. Once we got this all knocked down, what do you do with the land? And people in Detroit know that over the years in the treasurer's auction, they were required by law to sell to whoever bid. We have 30,000 vacant lots in this city owned by speculators who are outside the city, in many cases outside the country. And we can't do anything with them. So we said at the land bank, we're going to make sure the land goes to Detroiters. Now, at times you've heard people say, well, land bank wouldn't sell it to me. Yeah, they're verifying that it's Detroiters who sold 25,000 side lots for $100 to the neighbors so they could enlarge their property. Then we started with community sales where the block club or the neighborhood association endorsed them. And then the land bank would sell them, even though it wasn't next door. But then you got stretches like this. And who's going to take this on? Ms. Moore's back there. She basically has taken on this kind of land. But most people won't do it. And when the Pistons came to town, Council President Mary Sheffield said, I think we should take the taxes that LeBron James pays in income taxes when they come in, and let's put it in a fund to fix up the neighborhoods. And we started a neighborhood beautification fund. It was Council President Sheffield's idea. Now, with the American Rescue Plan, we've added $2.5 million more. And so last year, we gave out 33 grants of $500,000. 33 block clubs and neighborhood associations came forward. And we were going to have 2 rounds of this. Today, I'm glad to announce we have 45 more projects with $640,000 that have been awarded. Who here is an awardee today? Congratulations to all of you. So this was supposed to be the end, but it has become so popular that with council support, we just moved another $2.5 million from American Rescue Plan money. We're going to have 3 more rounds of this starting later this year, because this is Detroiters planning their future and having the money to rebuild the neighborhoods the way they want, not the way some out-of-town investor wants. And for anybody who says nothing's going on in my block, I would say this. We now have, in just the last year, 78 block clubs and neighborhood associations are running their own projects, right? If nothing's going on in your block, it's because you didn't apply. But you'll get a chance to apply again later this year. And no matter what part of the city you're in, the neighborhoods are coming back a lot faster, not based on how wealthy the neighborhood is. It's based on how committed the block club and the neighborhood association are. The neighborhoods coming back the fastest are the ones with the most committed neighborhood associations. And to see the hopelessness, I wish I had a video, I know we've got them somewhere, of what it was like to go down this street in 2014. And now Google Maps has got it. Okay, so you got experts who lived here who know it even better than I do. I drove down this block one day in the middle of the demolition, and there was about a half a dozen people on the porch, and they saw me in the car. By then they figured out when I was coming through. They stood up and gave me a standing ovation on the porch. I said, okay, people are actually understanding. We care, we're doing something. But we couldn't be doing any of this without full partners on City Council. And with that, let me give you the person who started the Neighborhood Beautification Fund, Council President Mary Sheffield.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. It is always an honor and privilege and an exciting time just to be in the community, in the neighborhoods with an announcement like this. As we kick off round 2, bigger and better. And I'm going to just say, hopefully the mayor supports that even the next round will get bigger and better, and that we can continue to grow this program, because there is a tremendous amount of support and need for the Neighborhood Beautification Program. I see a couple of District 5 residents here. Janine Spencer, Sheridan Block Club is a recipient of round 2. I was just over on the west side of District 5. Shout out to Northwest Goldberg, and was able to see firsthand what these organizations are doing in their community. You truly are the backbone of our cities. You all maintain these lots. You are active in your communities, and you all know the need of your particular neighborhood. And so this is the least that we can do as a city, to be able to provide support for your visions, to make them come to reality, and to transform our beautiful city into what we all believe it should be. And so our neighborhoods are the true heartbeats of this city. And it is within the close-knit communities that the seeds of positive change are sown. The Neighborhood Beautification Program stands as a testament to our collective dedication to the enhancing of the very fabric of our city. Each group, all of you all, have displayed an inspiring vision for your block, and your commitment to improving their surroundings is truly commendable. From community gardens to vibrant murals, playground renovations, tree plantings, I've seen it all. And it would undoubtedly transform our neighborhoods into even more inviting and beautiful spaces. So just want to say congratulations. I will always support the Neighborhood Beautification Program, because it truly came from the request of the community. You all said, Ms. Spencer, loud and clear, we want a fund dedicated to us outside of downtown and midtown, where we can pull grants, fill in gaps, where we're trying to access money to make our dreams come to reality. And this was a response to your needs. So may your projects inspire others to take action, and may the spirit of community continue to guide us as we build a brighter future for all Detroiters. Thank you all for your hard work, and looking forward to all that you all are going to do with this grant and what future rounds will do for each area of the city of Detroit. And now we're going to bring up the representative from Member Calloway's office, the Chief of Staff, Ms. Bailey.
Thank you so much, Council President Sheffield. Good morning, everybody. My name is Tamesa Bailey. I serve as Chief of Staff for Councilmember Angela Calloway, who represents District 2, which is where we are right now. Councilmember Calloway regrets that she could not attend today, but she wanted to make sure that our office was represented. It is truly a pleasure to join you today in celebrating this incredible community. Not long ago, Councilmember Calloway and others gathered here to mark the grand opening of Huntington Park. And today we're back to recognize the remarkable results of your collective effort. We've witnessed inspiring transformations taking place in this dynamic neighborhood, thanks to the ideas and collaboration of each and every one of you. The essence of the Neighborhood Beautification Program was crafted precisely for this purpose, to provide the funds needed to bring your community's visions to life. Through this initiative, we're igniting the spirit of Detroit within all of us. The true power of this program lies in the strength of communities like this one. It's a catalyst that bridges connections between neighbors, allowing us to support one another and fostering a vibrant, united environment. With the Neighborhood Beautification Program, we're not just financing projects, we're sparking a renaissance of community, reigniting connections that fortify us, transforming neighbors into allies, and shaping us into a more dynamic, cohesive community. I extend my heartfelt gratitude and congratulations to the incredible Mary Grove Community Association. Your dedication and commitment serve as inspiration to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you again for everything that you've done. We thank you for all of those who came out to speak. And I would like to quickly acknowledge and thank my team at HRD, the Housing and Revitalization Department, Carrie Batinger, Sam Coons, and Carmel Reeves, for all the work they did to make this program possible, as well as our partners at BC, the Department of Neighborhoods, Aaron Harris, Wayne Metro, for administering the program in partnership with us. And with that, I'd like to introduce the Chief Operating Officer at Wayne Metro, Mia Harnos.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Fred. Thank you, Mr. J. Meeks, for having us here at your home. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, all of you, amazing day. Council President, council members, all of our leaders here and our staff for all this amazing work. So, all I'm here to really do is to say thank you for having us at this table, for allowing Wayne Metro to be at the table, to play a role. We recognize that this is really hard work. It's also an honor to be here. We know that we earn that place every day in how we service, how we show up, how committed we are, and how we reflect all of you and your voice here at the table. As your community action agency, we're one of 1,000 across the country. And I would really put us up against really any agency, just like any city across this nation. I really do get to travel. I get to see cities, Chicago, DC, Philly, LA. None of them hold a candle to this place. It's different, it's beautiful, it's alive, we feel it. And if you're part of it, you come home and you leave the job every day just feeling so honored. The goal of community action is to change people's lives, embody the spirit of hope, improve communities, and make America a better place to live. We care about everyone. We're dedicated to helping people help themselves and each other. In a nutshell, that's really about making this place better than how we found it. And when I look at our mayor, when I look at our leadership, we know we're not perfect, but man, we really strive to be. And I think that's what makes us different, is we really strive to be better every single day. One of the charges I do have as Chief Operating Officer is to round out our strategic plan with an honor to the lands. And I thought today might be good to share a first version, 4 sentences, in recognizing the history and respecting the sovereignty of Detroit's Indian nations. We honor the heritage of indigenous communities and their significant role in shaping the course of this region. Further, we recognize the wrongs done to those forcibly removed from their homelands, and we commit to fostering an environment of inclusion that is responsive to the needs of First People through our words, our policies, and our action. The preservation and perpetuation of customs and traditions of indigenous nations and people are essential to our shared cultural heritage. A deep understanding of our people's past and present informs our teaching, research, and community engagement of our agency's mission and our ongoing effort to elevate the dignity of all people, and serve as shared stewards of our land. Again, thank you for this honor. Congratulations about today.
There is no way we could do this alone. It is the Detroiters, it's you, who are out here making these improvements. And I'd like to introduce one of our 45 recipients, Jay Meeks, board member for Marygrove Community Association. Jay?
Thank you. Good morning. Say that a little louder for the people in the back. Good morning. So I realize that I am standing in between the donuts and refreshments that we have back there. So coffee and donuts from Yellow Light. We're on the west side, but thank you, Fred, for going to the east side to get those things for us. So I am Jay Meeks, as you've heard, and Fred Watkins is the president of the Marygrove Community Association. So thank you, Fred, for your leadership as well. To Mayor Duggan, Councilmember Calloway, Council President Sheffield, Kim Tandy, and Sean, if you're around also, and fellow Neighborhood Beautification Grant awardees. I am Jay Meeks, and I'm a board member and treasurer of the Marygrove Community Association. We are a voluntary community association that advocates for the residents and property owners in the Marygrove community here in the Fitzgerald neighborhood. I would also like to welcome you to the Marygrove Civic Commons, where we're gathered today, a collection of land that represents our neighborhood's great getting back together, turning blight into beauty, and that every neighborhood has a future. However, today, while we are gathered here on this land to celebrate the many projects and stewardship of fields throughout Detroit, we recognize that we are all inheritors. We pay tribute and honor the forebears of this land, beginning with the native, indigenous, and indigenous peoples who were the first stewards of this land, all the way up to the first black families who fought to be here almost 60 years ago and were unjustly dispossessed through still lingering social forces of today. The Marygrove Civic Commons captures what is meant by the expression that service is the rent we pay for the space we occupy. I have seen this in this community when people see me working, doing farm work, as Mr. Williams, a property owner here says. They have offered to help. Thank you, Mr. Williams, also for your support over the years. Through our gardening program on the Indiana Street Garden, just down the alley, thank you, Rachel, who's printing things for me that I hope to give to you today, but she was here earlier with baby Eleanor. And to the multi-purpose field that's shaping up right here that will be ready to come online in the spring of next year. So this is what this Neighborhood Beautification Grant has allowed us to do. Thank you, Councilmember Sheffield, in your vision, and Mayor Duggan and your leadership as well. To the coming Green Alley and Arts Corridor behind us that will connect these parcels of land here on Kentucky with Indiana Street, and many more initiatives to come. What these things recognize, my fellow awardees, you can attest to this, is the ability to dream and to do the work. And yes, the work is hard, but it is necessary and it is righteous. For I have been young and now am old, yet I have seen the righteous never be forsaken, nor his seed begging for bread. To my fellow grant awardees, let us remember to do all the good we can, by all the means we can, in all the ways we can, in all the places we can, at all the times we can, to all the people we can, as long as we ever can. Thank you, District 2 Manager Kim Tandy and Councilmember Calloway, for your support and co-piloting on many of these Marygrove community journeys. We're here. Thank you, Councilwomen, for your faithfulness, fearlessness, and steadfast support. Also would like to thank Director Daniels of the Land Bank and her wonderful colleague, Rosalind Harper. Tamara Fontaine-Hardy and your amazing team, Samuel Coons, Carmel Reeves, and you were heaven sent. So thank you for getting us here today. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to the Marygrove community for loving me and loving each other. So I see Joy here, I see Mike, and I see Mr. Turner as well. And if there are other community members out there, hello. And keeping in mind that our work is not done, but we are succeeding, because as Stanley wrote about success, it's to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. I betcha.
So, thank you, Jay, for those beautiful words. If you just give me just a second, I would love to be able to thank everyone for what you've done for the city, for Detroit and the community. But before we conclude the press conference, I have a wonderful news to share that Mayor Duggan has already shared for me. Thank you. In that, in round 2, we had over 100 applications and could only fund 45 organizations. So after the round 2 closed, we had an additional 30 organizations or 30 plus organizations that we wanted to fund, but unfortunately we did not have the funding to do so. So I went to the mayor, I went to Julie Schneider, my director, and then I went to Donald Rencher and I said, I need more money. And then I went to the mayor and I said, he asked me, Tamara, what do you need? And I said, I need some more money. We ran out. I have 33 organizations that I had to push to round 3 because we didn't have enough money. And so the mayor said, how much do you need? And I gave him a number. And I'd like to announce, just like the mayor announced, that he heard me and responded big, because we have a mayor who responds big, right? And he increased that funding. So as you learned, not only do we have enough money to go 2023 to 2024, 2024 to 2025, but we can now fund those 33 organizations this round. So isn't that wonderful? So this is my Oprah moment. You get a grant, you get a grant, you get a grant. I didn't want anybody to take that away from me, right? My team and I would like to say thank you to Council President Sheffield. We would like to say thank you to Mayor Duggan, who truly cares about this city. I work alongside an awesome team of leaders who support my team's efforts every day. Donald Rencher, Julie Schneider, thank you for allowing us, my team, the opportunity to execute this program in the city of Detroit, for allowing us to develop it. It took 3 years, but we developed it, and they allowed us to do this work. Now I want you to mark 2024 on your calendars, January 2024. The application for round 3 of the Neighborhood Beautification Program will open then. We will, of course, announce the opening of the application. If you are interested in applying for the program, my team at the City of Detroit are ready right now to start working with you and providing you one-on-one technical assistance. So what does that mean? That means all you have to do is reach out to us and we will walk you through that process. Anyone who's gotten this application can testify that we are there to give you the assistance that you need. You can go to the website and sign up to meet with us at any time, and you'll get that assistance. We are committed to helping anyone interested in applying for the Neighborhood Beautification Grant. When the application opens, you will be able to apply through Wayne Metro's website. And with that, we say thank you, and we conclude this press conference. Does anyone have any questions before we leave? I don't see any hands up, so that means we all did a fabulous job. You all have a beautiful day, and thank you again for allowing us to come into your community. And I am getting out of the way so you can taste these wonderful donuts, because who doesn't need a donut in their life?